3, 4. We don't want free trade no more. 5, 6, 7, 8. We don't want your corporate state. 9, 10, 11, 12. We'll run the system by ourselves. 13, 14, 15, 16. What the hell is French and thinking?
Can you tell me if you've heard about the World Trade Organization?
No.
No, I can't say I have.
No.
No, I don't know.
No, I have not. I don't really know much about it, actually, to tell the truth, yeah.
Okay. I've heard of it, but I don't know what it does. Does that have to do with the Baha'i community or anything like that?
Don't know enough about it. It's too complex for me. Can't figure it out.
I can't say that I have. I know of the World Bank, but I don't know of the World Trade Organization.
With 141 members, the WTO is the most powerful trade body in the world. It can strike down any member country's laws if they present barriers to trade. When disputes come up between laws protecting people's health, the environment, labor rights, or national industries, corporate interests win 90% of the time.
I think they're helping big business corporations take over the world.
I think it's a very powerful organization representing big business, particularly American big business.
It seems to be trying to exploit the third world nations, or quote-unquote third world nations, for the net gain of first world nations.
They're very evil, from what I know.
The WTO is hosting the first round of negotiations since it was formed in 1995 to make up for the round that failed in Seattle. One of the big pushes at the WTO right now is expansion of the GATS, General Agreement on Trade and Services. This was the focus of the Quebec to Qatar Stop the GATS South public forum in Quebec City, April 19, 2001.
Part of the alphabet soup we're talking about here tonight is the GATS. The GATS is about trade in services. We have a list of the kind of services that the GATS covers. This list is going to go on for a long time, and everything on this list is covered by the General Agreement on Trades and Services, which is the next step in the WTO. Look at how much of what means a lot to us is covered and is being traded away under the GATS.
Each and every aspect of your entire life is somewhere on this list. Absolutely everything. Going to the corner store, it's covered. The smallest thing. Look carefully.
Process is to commodify by privatizing, marketing, and then selling things that have been in the public, taking them out of public control, turning them to private control, and making the people who need these services pay through the teeth. And the reason it's in trade agreements is to facilitate a handful of very big corporations having control.
They know that healthcare is globally a $3.5 trillion market. They know that education is understood to be close to a $2 trillion market. And they know that even with the water that is privatized today, that it already is close to a $1 trillion market. These are the kinds of stakes that we're up against.
1, 2, 3, 4. We don't want free trade no more.
Lo mismo con la educación, con los servicios.
Education, healthcare, energy services, all currently within the public domain, now risk being privatized.
Y que hoy quieren ser privatizados.
5, 6, 7, 8. We don't want your corporate state.
There are large, very large companies who would have complete control over our water if water were an international commodity. This is exactly what they intend to do.
9, 10, 11, 12, run the system by ourselves.
While the World Bank and GATS both insist that increased competition will liberate us, competition contradicts and could destroy our public education system.
13, 14, 15, 16, what the hell is French and thinking?
Here is the American position paper on audiovisual in the GATS. Of course, the GATS has audiovisual ready to be dealt with, at least that is the American position. The Canadians, we have been through 2 of these agreements already, and we understand what happens within these agreements. Even though in the FTA and then the NAFTA we got so-called a cultural exemption, we got it with a box around us. And every time we go to the next agreement, that box gets a little tighter. And it really restricts what we will do in the future and restricts what we will do now. So the fact that audiovisual is going back into the negotiations is not good.
We don't live in a democracy. If we did, we wouldn't be shut out of the decision-making process, and these free trade agreements wouldn't be in secret, and our government would not be puppets to these corporations. As for Aboriginal people's concern about free trade agreements, well, the concern is growing. Yet we have to get away from the notion of trying to fit into this current system. This system is innately flawed, and we have to change it together for everyone's best interest.
This is not just a fight for basic public services. It is first and foremost a fight for people's fundamental rights.
We shall fight them on the beaches. We shall fight them on the shore. They will bring us exploitation. We'll bring
coalition, a national coalition of about 50 organizations. And we really have one purpose, and that's to stop the WTO and stop the GATS sell-off.
Searching everywhere for the lowest wages in the world. Then we'll have one big union from Melbourne to Prague to Seattle town, wherever they may go. We will shut them down, we'll shut them down. We'll shut them down. We will shut them down. And CNN will spread the lies. This is just how it's gotta be. Well, they can have their CNN, cause we've got our IMC. And we'll tell the truth quite clearly, though they don't wanna hear it. And they'll try to stop our broadcasts, cause the truth is that they fear it. We'll shut them down. We'll shut them down. We will shut them down. They'd have a world full of strip malls, plants grown by biotech. As long as they get richer, they just don't give a heck. But we don't want their ecocide. We want a world we can live in. That's why we're here to stay, and we're not gonna give it. We'll shut them down. We'll shut them down. We will shut them down. And they will infiltrate us, provocateurs within our ranks. And if they can't divide us, then they'll send in the tanks. But we will stand together, pacifists and zapatistas, workers, farmers, the indigenous tree huggers and baristas. We'll shut them down. We'll shut them down. We will shut them down. And we will build a new world without the corporate elite. And we will see the day of their international defeat. We'll have self-determination and equality for all. For what choice do we really have but to rise up and see them fall, we'll shut them down. We'll shut them down. We will shut them down. One more time. We'll shut them down. We'll shut them down.